Hi everybody, it's Maria. So I decided to make myself a journal for when I'm working. I didn't want a lot of tags and embellishments, but I wanted it to be beautiful and I wanted it to be practical for my needs. So I still want to call it a junk journal, but it doesn't have a lot of the stuff inside that a junk journal has. It's mainly for writing. I wanted something pretty to have at work, to keep notes in for the year. So I used this upholstery fabric, and there's a seam binding closure. It has a little bookmark in it, and it has pink fabric tabs that I love. It has 4 signatures and it has lace on the edge. So I had taken Mrs. Cog's GoJo journals class, and this is a GoJo journal, except I wanted it to be a little bit bigger than the GoJo, so I added a little bit of size to it. So the width of this one, let's see, is 5.5 wide by 6.5. So 5.5, is that a 6.5? 5.5 by 6.5. So I added about an inch on each, width and height. So let's take a look inside. So the seam binding just opens up and it wraps around twice. And on the GoJos, the seam binding is held in with eyelets on the back. So the lace followed around, and I just put a little image on the front that wouldn't catch in my purse, just like Mrs. Cog shows in her course. And on the inside, I used... Mrs. Cog uses fabric on the inside, which I did on my first set. But on this one, I wanted pink, and I didn't have any pink fabric. So I used some scrapbook paper from Stamperia, and that's on the front cover. And I put a lace pocket. I picked up this lace at an antique store, and it's just so beautiful. So I did that. And this is avocado dyed paper. So I used tea stained paper and avocado dyed paper on these journals. And I just love the way it came out. So I did put a few different types of papers in it. This is from a vintage botanical book. And I just stitched a little image on the back. And this is some stamping and some stenciling on the tea-dyed paper. I also used some lightweight scrapbook paper, and I added some images. That's a little stamping over there. So different types of stamping throughout the journal. I used 3 different stamps. This paper is from the Handmade Club from Shabby Boutique. Yeah, Shabby Boutique. So I have some of those images in here. Little stamping key. This is from Antique Papery. But again, if you notice, there aren't a lot of tuck spots or pockets, because I really just wanted this to be journaling. I did put a tag in with a little seam binding ribbon. And I love that stamp. I love that one too. Did put grid paper. But yeah, as you can see, this is mostly for writing, because I really just needed something to take notes in that's all in one place. I tend to keep my notes in like several different spots, and it drives me crazy when I'm trying to find something. This is the middle of the first signature, and I put these little flowers on the strings. That's also from the Stamperia paper from the front. Love these images. Love the tabs. The colors on this are just so pretty. This is a another one of those little tags with the seam binding. And some stamping and stenciling and tea splattering. That's the antique papery. It's a little, this is from the Handmade Club. It's a little calendar, blank calendar to fill out. Love that image. And a lot of stenciling. There's some more stenciling. Stamping. This is just, this is the back of a book page. And there's room for some writing, but I did do a little decorating, collaging there. So, love the way this came out. Oh, this is my favorite image. When I was a young girl, I used to do crewel embroidery, which is like a heavier thread, and the bouquet and her hat was all embroidered, and I have it hanging up on my wall in my house. Such a pretty image. This is from that book. This is from the Handmade Club. The images are all from Mrs. Coggs. I used Pink in the Garden, and I used Little Darlings for her image packs. Nice tea staining on that. Little doily imprint. This also has a doily imprint, but this is the avocado stained paper. There's the tea stained paper. They look so nice side by side. And there's more of the pink. There's some stamping and some antique papery paper. Another image from Mrs. Cogg. Some stamping. So these have a ton of pages. This actually is a tuck spot. I did put just maybe 2 or 3 in this journal, just so that I can, you know, tuck a few things away if I, you know, don't need to lose like a business card or something. So, this is the second center. A little doily imprint there. That's stenciled on. I took a doily and just stenciled through it. But lots and lots of pages in this. Here's another tuck spot. You just stick something in there. But the rest of this is another tuck spot. But I think those are the only tuck spots I put in the whole journal. I just did it in that one signature, I believe. I mean, I could have forgotten. There's some room on the back of this page for some journaling or some note-taking. And this is the bookmark. It's also seam binding. Mrs. Cogg had put beads, which I don't have any beads. So I just cut up some lace and I just put 2 pieces of lace there that dangle below. Keep track of where I was. This is from the Handmade Club. She has beautiful papers. That's Carrie Ann English. Beautiful papers. So I definitely had lots of fun with this. And I just wanted to document it for myself. So I had it. Here's another tuck spot. I have a few here and there, I suppose. And I'm looking forward to having a pretty place to keep my notes. You know, sometimes those meetings, you go nuts. So it'll be nice to have something pretty to look at. Love the little images from Mrs. Coggs. I used lots of little tiny stamps that I had. So this is the second, no, this is the third, I believe. Well, yeah, it's the third. So this is the last signature. It starts with avocado dyed paper on this one. Mrs. Cog's image. And I just had lots of fun. Just wanted to give this a quick document so that I remember what I've done, so I can redo the ones that I really enjoy. But let me know what you think about having a journal that is just for writing and only has a few little spots for tuck spots. Sometimes, I mean, I love all the embellishments that we put in our junk journals, but sometimes I feel like it's about the embellishments, and I feel like it really should be about the journaling or the writing, and then adding in your own images or things that you need to remember or images that you want. So I would love it if someone could just let me know what they think about a journal that is just basically for writing. And then you could add your own things to it. And this is the back cover, similar to the front, scrapbook paper, that beautiful antique lace, and I just put one little tag in there. And that's it. That's the back cover. And it just, the seam binding wraps around twice, ties up, and I could throw it in my purse. So I always have it with me to keep notes. So I love it. Hope you do too. Have a great day. Bye.